would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now. I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my
Welcome back, everybody, to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Let's see what you got.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That's how we ball, folks. Keep playing.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Well, the Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals have beaten the Niners 8 consecutive times. Last time San Fran beat Arizona was 2014. And remember, these are clubs that meet twice a year. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those...
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin'. You look like like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now.
Players have contracts that are about to expire. Re-sign them so you don't lose them to free agency.
I could never play so. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what. Like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city.
Players have contracts that are about to expire. Re-sign them so you don't lose them to free agency.
You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field? I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Can McCaffrey do?
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2.
That's it, huh?
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now left side on the swing pass. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. On third down, Murray. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Now this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Well, this may be a free play for Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. After the penalty, it's Jones. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And we get a glance now at the Buccaneer offense.
Mike Evans is exactly what you're looking for in a receiver in today's NFL. Big, quick, can flat out run, but makes great adjustments when the ball is in the air. Ranked number 3 last year in receiving yards, 1,000 yards receiving every year he's been in the league.
Airing this one out for Evans. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
What we got?
On first down, Drake. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he finds Fitzgerald. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. That catch is a big one. We got to note it. Ties him for number 2 all-time with Tony Gonzalez, 1,325. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score a touchdown.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Brandon Williams. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up now with a clock. After the turnover, here's Murray. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
To throw is Murray. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now a draw play with Drake. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
43's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Draw play. Winston to Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Easy work.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Play fake. Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Jones. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. From the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment here at Pick. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Clinton McDonald. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Why? Moves.
Now a second down throw for Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the first down.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively off. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
He's going to fire one deep up. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A final shot before half from Murray. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jameis Winston and the rest of the Bucs set to begin this next drive. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
On second down, it's Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way to creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Here we go.
A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 56 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. A give running right, Drake. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they'd struggled throughout this one.
Here's Murray. Throw caught here by Bird. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Shotgun now from Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Now Murray throwing on second down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Damiere Byrd, his third touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
We take a look ahead at what's to come later tonight. Sunday Night Football, it'll be the Vikings and the Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And then tomorrow night, we've got the Seahawks and the Niners from Levi's Stadium. And we were in the Bay Area for the Raiders on Thursday night. Now right back out to watch the Niners on Monday night. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. Barber on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Tackle made by Tanner Vallejo.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Once again, it's Barber. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Winston. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
got a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's get off the field, D.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Winston now. He's got Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The Cardinals on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing on first down is Murray. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Murray going to throw. He's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy. 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2 yards.
And Winston lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Bird to return. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jason Pierre-Paul. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Winston. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd and 5. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this? And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to let... Got his man complete. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Damiere Byrd with 9 seconds remaining. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off,
this is the development trait. Superstar and super. This is the ability. This player has his own ability. This is a
Big numbers. Big numbers. 100-minute bag. That's a big number. Big whole team counted. That's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode. This ain't Southwest. This is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off because the iPhone don't got a jet mode.
Players have contracts that are about to expire. Re-sign them so you don't lose them to free agency.